So welcome back to the channel that has even less idea about what it wants to be. I thought it would become clearer as time went on, and the more videos that I was uploading, it'd become clearer what this channel was about, but I feel like I'm less clear about it. Anyway, thanks to everybody who has hit subscribe and like on the previous videos. Once again, I need those likes and subscriptions because it helps me be more discoverable, more recommended by the YouTube algorithm. And everyone who's hitting subscribe and hitting like, I massively appreciate it, so thank you. I've got a plan for this video. It's going to be sort of a rambling, and there were a couple of things that I just wanted to, did I want to get them off my chest? I don't know. One of the things that I completely forgot to mention was the type of seats that I've got in the back for my 2 going on 3-year-old. Now I just went to Halfords and I said apparently a certain oh, it's trapped. Sorry, my microphone's all tangled up. So I went into Halfords and I said, so apparently a certain type of seat just fits. They went and looked on the system and they said it's this one, and it's £30. So I bought it. It's called a Discovery SL by Britax, so a well-known brand. And I've just wedged it in there. I took the seat pad out, which is velcroed on, and it doesn't look very steady when you put it on, and the seatbelt threads through. But when my daughter sat on it and she's wearing the belt, it's awesome. She can clamber in, it doesn't move when she's climbing onto it, and also it's interchangeable with our other car because it's also got ISOFIX. I mean, it doesn't matter if your car doesn't have ISOFIX. Right in the brow of the hill, the cyclist, but it doesn't matter if your car doesn't have ISOFIX, but if it does, it still works because it's got the ISOFIX fittings on the back that just tuck in. So I just wanted to give that update, and also I've been on the Boxster front. The types of cars that were available, the really good ones are really expensive. Anything under 100,000 miles with service history is super expensive. Anything with decent spec, super expensive. A lot of them now I'm seeing being sold for sort of £3,500–4,000. They don't have air conditioning, and hardly any come with a hardtop anymore, because they used to come with a body colored hardtop. A lot of people would sell them like that, but most people are selling the hardtop separately for about £500. Now the ones that I've seen, so there's now the ones that I've seen, so one of them is up to, with a day to go, is up to £1,000. £1,000 is up to 2,100. It's a manual. It's a 2000. It's not got a great interior, grey interior with the 4-spoke steering wheel, so none of that's desirable. Doesn't have air conditioning. Might have a problem with the oil air separator thing. Hasn't been used a lot, but does have an MOT. There's another one that's up to, with about 7 or 8 hours to go on the auction on eBay. I've been looking on other places as well, but these are the ones that I've got it down to. Is sort of at around about 2,190 something, and that's fairly early one, but it's got a tear in the roof, and it's a Tiptronic, and I can't. And if I buy that, you know, if you have to fix the roof, then you're talking hundreds of pounds straight away. And the one that I mentioned before, that's at 2,100, is far away from me, so I'd have to pay possibly £400 to get it transported to me. Now, all of these I'd be buying blind. I won't have seen any of them. And there's a third one. So all of these are the 2.7. So because I haven't seen any on the cheaper end of the 2.5. So the third one is a 2.7, 2003, and it's manual, no air conditioning, but it's also got no MOT, and it's currently up to £2,500 with 7 hours to go. Now, anything over £2,500 is quite a lot to pay for a car with no MOT. And also, I don't know if the bidding is inflated. I sometimes feel like it is. And it feels like that car shouldn't be worth that much. And then at the same time, when I think about, well, okay, the 2,100 one, you'd think, okay, let's say that doesn't go up any further. It will, because it's got a whole day to go. But if it doesn't go up any further, then compared to the Tiptronic one, you'd think, well, both of those, if they're 2,100 or 2,200, on one of them I'll have to get a new roof. That one, the Tiptronic, is local to me, so you know I'd probably be able to drive it home. So I'd have to get a new roof, hundreds of pounds. The 2,100 one, that's a bit further away. Oil air separator needs doing straight away. It can't be driven, and it needs to be transported. Another £400, say. So suddenly they're not so bargainous. You're heading up towards £3,000, whereas the 2,500 pound one without an MOT, on the big assumption that it works, because I don't actually know if it does. I don't know if any of them do, you know, having not seen them. It's got no MOT, and I've done an MOT history check, and it seemed to there were advisories on the previous one that were related to brake pipes, and you think, okay, I can take that hit on the brake pipes, but in a year you don't know what's happened. So hang on, can't turn my head. Right, here we go. It's not fully warmed up yet, but ooh, 7,000. So, and it's 2,500. So because it's local to me again, I wouldn't really be able to drive it home because it doesn't have an MOT. So I'd have to get that picked up. But it's at a garage, and it's not far from Jack's. So I'd have to call Jack and say, Jack, can I just get it delivered to you? It's like, I think it's about 2 miles from his. So can I just get it delivered there? And he can give me a rundown of it. I can video that, but get it booked in for an MOT, see what happens, and then hopefully it doesn't need anything immediately and just start driving it. So I'm on that dilemma, and it feels really close, and I could not bid on any of those. I could just wuss out. But then it's made me think about this car, because I was driving it earlier, and I hadn't driven it in ages, and I went out for lunch with my wife, who I managed to drag away from her desk. And she was making noises while we were driving, and it made me think about, when I'm driving this car, that I'm not sure all the dampening works on the shock absorbers, because she was going, she went, this is awful being a passenger in this car, and she was pretty uncompromising in her feedback. And you know, it smells, it's uncomfortable, it's noisy, all of that stuff. So you know, if she does a review of it, oh my god, it's going to be looking through your fingers kind of viewing. So you know, it's made me think about that, because it creaks, the suspension creaks. I want to get that fixed, and it started to make more noise when I started up, because of the chain guides. I think the chain is digging into them. So sometimes I started up, it makes a ton of noise while it's clattering against those chain guides, and then it can't decide where the idle is, because obviously the cam sensor and all of that, whatever's in and around that, can't quite work out what it needs to be doing. So I need to get that done. But if I got those two things done, the suspension to stop it creaking and to give a better ride, and I got those two things. Yeah, if I got the suspension done, and then I got the chain guides done, but then I need the brakes done as well. So I keep losing my train of thought. What's wrong with me? Getting Alzheimer's or dementia or something. I got those 3 things done. It's kind of, you're heading sort of £2,500. which is the price of a Boxster. So can you see where I'm going with this? You know, and I can't keep casting doubt on, you know, this is still my car, I'm going to keep it, I'm not selling it, I think, at the moment. But, God, this road is awful. But if I bought that Boxster, and as long as it wasn't catastrophically damaged, then in theory I should be able to sell it for the same price. So I don't know. I mean, that's where I'm at. That's where my head's at. I don't really know what to do about that. Also, I just thought I've done nothing about merch. I've got a couple of t-shirts. I've got a couple of flat caps. I've got a load of stickers that I've not given out to anybody. So yeah, I need to do something. I'm going to put the stickers on my car. And I'm seriously going now, right, it's time to get rid of the MG. The sun is out today. Oh, it's a 280CE Mercedes, W whatever it is. And I need to, I'm stuck behind a big lorry. I need to sell my MG. And I need to make a decision on how to sell it. So if anyone's got any ideas, I don't want to eBay it. I could put it on the market, but they're going to say it's rough and ready, which pretty much it is, but it's rust free and it works, and it's there to be enjoyed. The interior's all together. The interior's in great nick, actually. Mechanically, it's brilliant. Had a new clutch within about 300 miles ago for about £2,000. Master cylinder, slave cylinder. It's got 3 brand new wheels. Probably could do with a couple of shock absorbers on the back, but they're really cheap. No rust. It's just not pristine. So yeah, any ideas on collecting cars or whatever? I don't know. Where would I get the most money? I have to get around, no, not around, minimum £6,000 I want to get for that. But if I'm going to sell it, it needs to go pretty much ASAP. I need to put petrol in it. Now, obviously, it's because it was on fumes when I took it to storage, and I can't put E10 in there. Sorry, not E5, E10 in there, because it'll just sit there and the whole fuel system will rust. It's got a new tank on it, but that tank's been on. Well, it was a new tank 10 years ago, 20 years ago, but since then, obviously, it hasn't been out in the rain, so it's just got 0 rust on it. So I don't know. I mean, I'm rambling on a lot about all of this different stuff, but I need to sell the MG, buy one of those Boxsters. Should I buy one of those, or should I wait for another one to come up? I feel like I've missed the boat of £2,000 and Mark, just on petrol on Instagram. I feel like he's right. 2 years ago, that was a real possibility. Much like I got this for £6,500 2.5 years ago, 2 years ago. That boat has sailed on these and the Boxsters. But 2.5, and should I go for Tiptronic if it means saving £500? But I can't do that Tiptronic because it's a false economy, because I'd need to do the roof. And also, I'm buying these blind, so 2 of them, the Tiptronic and the 2.7 without the MOT, so 2,190 something and £2,500 that they're currently at with 7 hours to go, so they could end up being over 3. They're at a garage where they just buy them from auction and just stick them on eBay and stick them on Facebook Marketplace. No guarantee of anything. So once I've bought it, it's mine. That's it. And as long, because they tell you it's running, so you just go and get in it, drive away. It doesn't matter if tons of stuff doesn't work on it, because that's not what they sell. And if you read the terms and conditions, and I know, you know, people have a bad view of car dealerships. They're not car dealership in that sense. They make small profit on a high turnover of cars, and they're very clear that you can come and test drive it as many times as you like, check it over, bring somebody to have a look at it, but you can't then turn around and say you've sold me a heap of crap when you've had, you know, tons of time to look at it. So I feel like that's where I'm at. Also, because my channel's not really growing, Oh, where's that car come from? My channel isn't growing. Let me just negotiate this bend. Oh, tractor. My channel's not really growing, so I was hoping to be able to turn on monetization just so I could do a video on this is how much money you make with 1,000 subscribers and, I don't know, 4,000 views a month. It's going to be a tiny, teeny amount. I mean, it's probably just going to get you a couple of coffee a week or something. But it would have been nice to be able to do that before I had to go and find a job back in the corporate world. I'm not sure I'm going to achieve that because the rate of growth is really small. So I need to think about what I'm going to do if I'm back in work once I'm back into the corporate life, and then I'm trying to balance that with my home life and my children and my wife and my friends. And then the YouTube channel, can I still commit to 2 videos? Can I still commit to doing them on those days? I'm doing nothing on Instagram, which I need to be. I need to get that up to 1,000 as well. X-Rich Porsche Boxster. Should go after them and say, can I buy it, please? So that's where I'm at. I'm just, this video is really long again. I really need to look into that. I did start to look into it about just converting my videos, the audio, into a podcast. Now, I would like to do that, and then also because I can then do blogging while I'm walking, video blogging, audio blogging while I'm out for a walk. And you know, it would make it a bit more flexible, but also it would, hopefully I'd be, you know, my thinking would be different. So anyway, that's where I'm at. I don't know how the podcasting thing works anyway, so I'll be able to work that out. That's not a problem. And also listen to the Portugal podcast with Michael Bath, because he has this week on Owner Story done his own story. And I've started to listen to it. I'm about halfway through, and I've got to admit, I really like it. He's let's just open the taps a bit. Now let's, oh my goodness, rev it up for the bend. Whoa, too fast. And I'm really enjoying it, so I'd highly recommend going to listen to that. And other than that, please hit subscribe, hit like, and I'll catch you. Oh, whoa! I haven't said a word. The word, a Blackadder themed word. Well, it's got to be Bob. So if you've watched the videos till the end, if you've seen the last few, you'll know. If you've watched the videos till the end, just to let me know, so I don't look in the analytics and it's nice, pop the word Bob in the comments below, and I'll catch you on the next video. Thank you for watching, and hopefully tune in next time. Thank you.